Alright. So, hello everyone. Welcome to our second episode of the Shattered Kingdoms campaign. I am Nick, the DM of our campaign, and why don't we start off by having everyone introduce themselves? Let's start with Cestus Seabreeze. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm the other Nick, and of course I will be once again playing Cestus Seabreeze Myrick.
Yeah, which everyone should know, assuming that they've watched the first episode. If you haven't, I'd recommend you do that. Scully McGravedigger, why don't you introduce yourself? Because you're at the top of the turn order.
Jonathan. Apparently, I'm the kind of monster who watches things out of order. So that's me. And I'm playing Scully McGravedigger, the pirate paladin.
Alright, Artie Wright, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Josh, and I am the artificer of the group.
Varys. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Varys, introduce yourself, please.
I'm Madeline. I'll be playing Varys, who is a tiefling sorcerer.
Tabby, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Lance, and I am playing Tabby, a Beastmaster Ranger with his pet right-tailed hawk Scarlet.
Midori, why don't you introduce yourself? And also for the turn order, I'm going to say you go on the same turn as Finn when that comes into play.
We haven't rolled for initiative yet.
Yeah, I mean you haven't yet, but I had that up, so you can just enter in.
Do it have visuals or just audio?
They should have visuals.
Alright.
Yeah, because have you watched the lore session? Where you can see the little like PowerPoint presentation I made for that?
I have not looked at it yet, I will admit.
Okay.
But,
yeah, it's definitely not as interesting as the main sessions. It's definitely for the more nerdy viewers, I guess.
We're going to be watching it
that's
at
right.
D&D podcast.
Right.
Of course they're going to be nerds. We're all nerds here.
Yeah.
That's right,
Yeah.
guys. If you watch that one episode, you are a nerd. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
First. Only nerds watch that episode. God.
Well,
Yeah, we're all
it's
nerds
made
here.
by the two biggest nerds in this group, so.
We're actually the biggest in groups, regardless, because we're the one who are doing this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess we are the biggest nerds, all of us, since we're all making a podcast about D&D.
You hear that? You hear that, viewers? Since we're doing this, you guys aren't as big as nerds as we are.
Yeah.
You like, get that? I'm just insulting the audience.
Yeah.
Step up your game,
Yeah,
audience.
step up your game, audience. Make your own podcast. Steal our limited number of viewers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's time for
Yeah.
competition.
We are the kings and queen of nerddom.
I'm Jeremy, I play Midori, and I also have a familiar companion who is an octopus named Finn.
Yep. And the viewers should be able to see Finn on top of Midori's player model. There is currently 2 Finns on the map.
Yeah, one's supposed to be a tentacle that's not supposed to be there actually.
Okay, should I delete that?
And I did give you a picture of the tentacle, but you never did it. But
Let's see. I don't think I've added it. Can
From
you
a while
resend
ago.
it to me?
I think I can find it. Yeah.
Resend it to me and I can get it next session. Alright, characters are introduced. Where I left off last time, you guys were aboard a ship getting a job offer from Captain Woodburn, or General Woodburn, actually, sorry, who is the head of the Brilliant Secret Police. He's getting all the adventurers he can find together to send them on a hunt for the fingers of Captain Dew, who is this famous pirate who used to raid all the coasts of the Shattered Kingdoms, and is rumored to have amassed such wealth that he has a continent-spanning vault somewhere in the world that hides all of his ill-gotten gains, and that his fingers are the only key to unlocking this vault. Hence the hiring you all and offering 1 million per person per finger. So clearly he and the people he represents really want these fingers, and they deem them of the utmost importance, so they're willing to throw such an obscene amount of gold behind their acquisition. And while you were getting your job offer in the last session, Woodburn started like throwing like a bit of a party, like a dinner type thing for all of you, and the
Quality
visiting.
service.
What?
Is it a quality service?
Yep, quality service. They had music, a meal. They brought out like a whole. What was it? Like a shark or something that they fed to.
Yes.
Yeah, they brought out like a whole shark because someone, I think it was Seabreeze, specifically requested shark. Yeah, you were expecting just like a plate full of shark. They gave you like a whole shark, flopped it down in front of you, and you and Midori just chowed down on it, if I remember correctly.
Don't forget Finn.
All the while being serenaded with music.
Interrupted by explosions.
Yep, and the music was interrupted by explosions because the musicians were members of the terrorist organization known as the Knights of the White Flower, who seek to gain independence for their homeland, the Kingdom of the White Flower. And they detonated a bomb at the table full of generals on this ship, killed all of them, and started murdering some of the crew. Tried to murder you. That didn't go so well for them. I believe you were able to capture one of them alive, I think, based on the old map that I copied and pasted your character models from.
Yep, but that may actually change because of our situation right now.
Yes.
He may not survive.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who aren't going to be surviving what's happening in the next few moments. And then as you guys kind of regrouped with Woodburn, his second in command, Dimitri, the surviving adventurers, and anyone else who survived in the room, you all gathered together. The adventurers and Woodburn decided to go after the storage area to protect the finger, because they know that the pirates who have started to board your ship, led by their captain, the Dread Pirate Kazimir, they know that he's after the fingers, so they're going to protect that. Dimitri was going to lead you guys to the main deck to try and repel the boarders, but now, as we're starting our session, you hear a massive boom, and Dimitri's like, I think that was coming from the engine room. We should probably secure the engine. If the engine stops, this whole ship will crash. We'll fall right out of the sky. We need to go.
Okay, let's go.
Come on. This way. Follow me. And as you guys start heading down the hall, there are more and more explosions all throughout the ship. And you can tell that there is a massive battle going on throughout the ship. And as you near the engine room, you are greeted by like dozens and dozens of bodies. Many of them belonging to the ship's crew, who look like they put up a valiant last stand in the hallway leading up to the engine room. But many more of these bodies seem to be undead, or at least some form of undead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And there are a few of these bodies that look like they are Drow. This basically looks like they're Drow pirates and undead pirates that have like stormed this area. And these like massive steel doors guarding the engine room look like they've been blown open. And you hear the sound of fighting going on in the engine room. And
Hey, Dmitri, I reckon you're good for about 11 pirates. Everyone else 3 tops. So I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe you should go first.
Alright, I'll go first, but well, if there's too many of them, we just need to buy enough time for us to get lowered to the ground, you know. We're already,
Oh yeah.
if whoever's still alive in the pilot section, if they have any sense, they'll be lowering the ship down in case of a crash. It's standard procedure when boarding happens, just to make sure that we don't all crash and die. Because I mean, if
Well, that's
the
all
engine
considered.
were to, in theory, give out while we are at our cruising height, once we hit the ground, we'd all be dead. Like,
Yes. Death is not a preferable outcome.
no, that is not a preferable outcome. But I mean, I can feel the ship getting lower. Hopefully, that's us driving down and not the engine failing.
It
As
might
much as
possibly be caused by the structural damage to the ship as a result of all the combat.
Yes,
As
that's
much as I
probably
enjoy this
contributing.
lesson,
Oh,
as
sorry.
much as I enjoy this lesson on how the ship is supposed to work, perhaps we should save the engine.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
So, Dimitri, you gonna go?
Yes, I will go first. I just need to close the turn order so I can actually select Dimitri.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, let me reopen the turn order. There we go. And I need to add, it looks like, the pirates and the pirate captain.
Should we roll for initiative?
Yes. Why don't you roll for initiative as you see a few survivors of the ship's crew holding out against hordes of undead. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need to make 4 d20 rolls. Let's roll 4 d20. Alright, so these guys got 8.
Ooh. Living people, right?
Okay.
Guys got 12. What?
Yep, plus initiative.
They're living people, right?
What about living people?
They're living people, right? Normal, alive people, not undead, or are they undead?
The ship's crew are living people.
Okay.
The undead are in a different part of the ship.
Okay.
And
wanted to
actually, I
check.
think any undead on the ship have been turned against the living crew at this point.
I'm going last.
Oof.
What did you, nat 1?
You got a 1, yeah.
Oh. Has everyone rolled yet?
I got an 18.
Alright, who has not? Oh, I need. I still need to make 2 rolls. That's why there's zeros. Let's see. Alright, so Dimitri has gotten a 22. So I guess a certain someone is going first. And then Mugo has a 12.
You got a 22?
Dimitri. He rolled a 15, but his modifier.
I mean, Midori's is 22 as well, and he got a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, so then I guess Midori would go first then?
Mhm.
Oh, whoop. Wrong setting. Alright, and let's just set you to 22.5 then. So I keep I keep doing it wrong. All right, Midori.
Okay, we still have a tie between
I'll just.
Kasimir's captain and the Dragonborn captain.
I will just say that good old Scully McGravedigger is going first. For the hell of it.
And we also have a three-way tie between RT, Captain Mugo, and the ship crew.
It'll be Artie, then Mugo, and then the ship crew.
Okay.
And then undead yeah. Alright, so the
crew
undead
and
the crew, the normal crew will be going first. Because they have a higher dex. Alright, so now it all should be set.
Yep. And then I am at the very bottom of the list.
Yep. Alright. Well, Dimitri has gone in first and has charged the enemy, but he is not going first. The person going first is Midori and his familiar Finn.
And you did say that the crew that's guarded by these things are undead now, you said?
Your enemies are undead. The crew that are guarding the engine are alive and friendly.
Okay.
So the soldiers.
Yeah. Yeah, the guys who look like Roman legionnaires are friendly. Which is the exact opposite of the majority of last campaign.
Mhm.
Where
Alright.
where Roman legionaries usually represented evil tyrannical soldiers.
Alright, so what I'll do. I just move real quick.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Actually, why don't I zoom out just a bit more, get more of a view.
I shall go.
Okay.
It's right there.
Alright, while you're doing that, I'm just going to check again to make sure recording is in progress. Yep. You currently have 27 minutes recorded.
Nice.
Show Eldritch Blast.
Alright, you're doing an Eldritch Blast. Roll to hit.
Yep, 1 second.
By the way, what is your modifier to hit him, first off?
+5.
Well, you're automatically going to hit him then. But roll to see if...
Unless it's an out one.
Yeah, unless it's a nat 1.
Okay, I'll just. So we just do a basic.
Yeah. I mean, you might get a nat 20, so... Or a nat 1, so please roll. As long as you roll a 2 or above, you hit. Okay, you hit.
Then
Yeah, the undead crew are just kind of meant as cannon fodder.
that's fair. 6 damage.
Alright, 6 damage.
To this one.
You've taken out almost half of its health already. Oh, I mean, you've taken out a third of its health already-ish.
If that wasn't there, I could do a lot more. So sad.
What was that? Sorry?
If that crewman wasn't there, I could have done a lot more.
Oh, yeah, probably. Alright, is that it for your go?
Yeah, and Finn's just gonna stay on top of my head.
Alright, Dimitri is going to attack the crewman in front of him. Or the undead crew in front of him. So I think Dimitri has a 10. Plus 10 to hit, if I remember correctly, from the stats I gave him. He hits. And he is going to do 10 damage to this guy. And let's see. I think actually no, he's gonna do 15. Because he is actually a barbarian. I've decided. So he is raging.
Okay.
That's
suits
his. Well, I believe +5 is one of the damage values that rage can do at a higher level. So that's what I'm going with. And that is his first attack. He has one more. That is a nat 1.
Oof.
Oh,
So he completely misses and loses his grip on his like great big giant great axe, and it embeds itself into the engine, which gives off a little explosion, and is going to deal 44 damage to basically that whole line ish. Where is the like tool, the drawing tools? Hold on a second. Okay, draw shape. So let's do this real quick. So hit out here. So it like anyone in those squares, it's dealing 44 damage to. So
that means
yeah, so
that really hurts the crew member and kills
yeah, it kills the undead there, but it really hurts the crew member. At least this is the one that has 100 HP.
Yeah.
okay, we're good then.
Alright, let's just put the dead in the engine for now to just get them out of the way. So Dimitri has caused a massive like engine explosion. And as that happens, you can feel like the floor lurch below your feet as the entire ship falls maybe like 20 or 30 feet before it regains its ability to stay afloat, basically. So be careful of the engine, basically. Actually,
Let's see how they.
I want when as you guys kind of get like thrown into the air as the ship does this massive lurch. I want everyone to take 4 damage for me.
4 damage?
Yep.
Yes, actually, that is bad. Let me think. 33.
Oh, versus his points.
So yeah, Dimitri kind of messed up quite a bit there.
Kind of like last campaign.
Kind of like what?
Kind of like last session.
Oh yeah, where he like used his jetpack and crashed into a wall, dealing like a few hundred points of damage or something like that.
Yep.
This guy should not be around technology.
No, he should not.
No.
Ironically.
Yes, ironically, Dimitri should not be trusted around technology.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It is a lot funnier once you realize what we're hinting at. Which I think we said in the last session, didn't we? Or did we say that off?
No.
No.
We said it off the recording.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just like insider knowledge. I love it. I love it. All right.
So Scully,
All right. Yeah, your turn, Scully. While
he steps
fly.
forward to where he is. His eyes glow a bright, brilliant blue, and he briefly grows 2 little tusks out of the bottom of his jaw, and his flail seems to form itself into the shape of a staff. Begone, fiend! Undead, or Valem will destroy. All undead in 30 feet need to make a wisdom saving.
Alright, and that's basically like the first row, isn't it?
Yep, the first one.
Oh, turn undead. Nice.
Okay, so let's see here. That's 6 saves I need to make. Slash roll 6d20. Does a 16 pass?
16 is the only one that passed.
Oh, okay. So what happens to the ones that fail?
They can only move. The only thing they can do on their turn is move away from me.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. And is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
All right. So it is the captain, and I'm just gonna mark which one of these guys with a green circle. Which one of them has not been affected by your
Spell.
yeah, by your spell. Sorry, I was busy applying the -4 to all the NPCs. Alright, so the captain is going to move here, and he is going to make 3 separate attacks using Eldritch Blast. One on the crew member above him, one below, and then one on the engine. So let's do the crew first. +5. Only one of those will hit. It hits the guy below him. What is Eldritch Blast damage again? He deals 3 damage to the guy below him, and 3 damage to the engine. The engine seems to rumble a bit, and kind of gives off a little burst of steam where it got hit, and it basically hits all the people by the captain, including the captain, and is going to deal 1 damage to all of them.
Can we get some sort of HP for the engine?
No. Otherwise, this might end badly.
Can I? I'll wait for my turn to do this, but would it be possible for me to observe the condition of the engine? After all, my character is experienced in...
Yeah, you can do that if you want on your turn.
Okay.
Alright, Tabby, it is your go.
Okay, before, I was just wondering, is the Kazimir captain have really high HP?
Yes. Can you not see his health bar?
I can see his health bar, but...
Not numbers.
Oh, okay. Let me change that real quick.
It's fine. We can just keep the HP.
Let's see here. Show. Should be visible to you.
Not the numbers.
It is. He's currently at 195 out of 200.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna do much.
Yeah. The Kazimir captain is kind of the boss of this encounter. And I should yeah, never mind. He is actually like a Drider. I was gonna say he's not. He's just like a big ass Drow, but no, he is actually a Drider.
Okay. Well, that's really good. Okay, so I decided that I'm actually going to go and attack this one here.
Okay.
One that has not run away.
All right. And what are you attacking it with?
My longbow.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, and it's actually going to be like a +7 to hit.
So as long as you don't roll a 1, you'll hit.
An 18.
Yep, you hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, just need to double check something on how much damage it. Okay, 1d8. Just. Okay. 1d8 plus 5. Roll. I got
Oh,
a
anything.
6.
Alright,
Oh,
6
that's-
damage. Alright, so that one is half dead. And is that it for your turn?
That'll be it for my turn.
Alright, Varus?
Ver-
Varus? Sorry.
I need to. Where was I gonna? Right there. Okay. I'm going to firebolt this guy right here.
Oh, okay, okay. Roll to hit.
It's a +6, so.
Yeah, as long as you don't roll a 1, you'll hit.
Whew.
That was close. That was very close.
Okay.
If that was not 1, you would have hit the engine.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, especially with the firebolt. Oh, there's my nat 1.
Alright. Well, you don't. That's for damage, though. What's the modifier to
know.
that?
That's it.
Oh, so just -1.
Yes.
And is that it for your turn?
For a bonus action, I want to summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I put it in the corner. Hold on.
Okay.
I will put it right here. I need to make sure it's.
Alright, yeah.
Let's put it right here, actually. Right there.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Alright. Artie, your go.
Okay, so, have I actually deployed my cannon yet?
No,
My-
not yet.
Alright, so I'm going to use an. First things first, can I observe the engine and see if I can tell what kind of state it's in?
Yes. Give me a roll.
What's that?
Perception.
Perception?
Yeah. Alright, you can tell that the engine is rapidly failing, and at this point, it cannot be fixed. Like, it will
Alright.
go out eventually, but the more hits that it takes, the faster it will go. Like, it would honestly take longer to repair this thing than it would for it to stop working.
Alright, so, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use an action in order to actually create an Eldritch Cannon.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the cannon is tiny, which means that I can hold it. That means I can hold it on my person.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that it has legs, so it can move on its own if necessary, and it's going to perch on my shoulder.
Okay.
It's going to be in the flamethrower configuration, and it is currently perching on my shoulder.
Okay.
I'm going to now move. Let me just do one thing.
Okay. Sorry, I just closed the turn order so I can get a good view of what's going on.
Just give me 1 second. Just doing some math real quick.
Okay.
So you put a machine on your shoulder. Is its name Tweedledee perchance?
Ha!
It is not. Its name is not Tweedledee, perchance.
For the viewers, that was the name of his like mechanical bird companion from last campaign that we didn't record. So.
Alright.
I mean, go ahead.
So Artie is going to move to right here.
Okay.
The cannon is still on his shoulder.
Okay.
And using my bonus action, my cannon is going to fire. It is going to. That is a 15-foot cone
Yep.
of fire. can all the characters inside the 15-foot kiln I just created, make a dexterity dexterity saving throw?
Oh no. Oh, whoop. So one of them rolled a 1. Another one rolled 4. Another one rolled 14. Does 14 pass?
14 just passes.
So 2 of them fail.
2 of them fail, 1 passes. So 1 second. Alright, so everyone with the exception of the one that everyone takes 11 damage with the exception of one that succeeds, who only takes half that.
So like 6.
Two of them take 11, one of them takes 6.
Okay.
Or 5. 5 you want to
I'm gonna go with 6.
Alright.
Alright, so none of them are dead, but they're all very hurt. Alright, and is that it for your turn?
That is going to conclude my turn.
Alright. Then it is Mugo's go. Mugo is going to move, let's see, so that would be 10, 15, 20, 25. There, she's going to move about there, and she's going to throw a bomb at the group that you just attacked.
A bomb in an engine room?
I didn't say that this was the brightest idea.
That always sounds lovely.
Again with the bombs on the wooden ship.
Oh shit.
I'm having
shit.
some
DM?
What happened? Why aren't you on the map anymore?
I've accidentally deleted my character trying to delete my lines.
Alright. Just give me a second to find your character. Let me give you access to alright, you now have access to you.
I was right here. I had 44 out of a total of 48 health, and my cannon was at 20.
Alright, well, I gave you access to that. Well, you can do that while I resolve the bomb going off. Alright, so with a 3, that's gonna... no, it's not gonna hit the engine. So, 1d20. That's gonna deal 11 damage to all of these guys, so they're dead. And the ship crew that's there is also going to take 11 damage.
Phew, okay, that at least it didn't hit the.
Yeah, as long as you roll above a 1, it will not hit the engine. And that is it for good old Captain Mugo.
I need to re-add my
Okay. I will work on that real quick. There you go. Your character is added to the initiative. Alright, it is now the ship's crew's turn. These guys are gonna, like, fall back to, like, regroup. Because they've been, like, torn at and bitten by undead. They don't feel, they wanna, like, kind of reform, regroup. They're not, overwhelmed again. And let's see, so there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that are still in combat. So slash roll 5d20. And I think these guys have +5 to hit, so they all auto hit on the undead. So slash roll 5d8. So let's do -6, -4, then -1. Oh, shit. -3. And -4. There we go. Their turn. It is now the pirate's turn. They are gonna kind of like form up in a like almost like firing line. They are going to shoot at the ship crew down here. They both have like dual wielding like hand crossbows. They're shooting at this guy. And with their modifier, I'm gonna say all those hit. So that is yep, even the low ones. So I think that's what is damage of hand crossbow? D8 or D6? I'm gonna go with D6.
Yeah, D6 sounds about right. More right, actually.
All right, so it's 29 damage to this guy. And as a bonus action, these guys like cast a spell in front of them, and they will. In front of them appears some undead crew at full
So
health, ready to fight. More cannon fodder is entering the fray. So,
Haven't even got the first line yet.
so hint, kill the living crew. Alright.
They're a little too
The-
far away for me to reach.
Alright, so the undead are going to kind of reform so they can somewhat swarm this poor guy. Alright, so it is 6 attacks on this one guy. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those will hit, but one of them is at 20, so it's basically 5 attacks. So let's roll 5d8. It's 21 damage. This poor guy is dead.
Oh, random soldier!
Bob, no. Okay, so
We'll make them pay for their transgressions, Bob. Shall be avenged.
40. Well, eventually I will get around to naming some of the NPCs, so then you can actually like feel something when they die.
I don't know.
I
I'm gonna miss
know.
that soldier.
What?
Said I don't know. I'm already gonna miss that soldier. Put up a good fight.
Alright, and then only one of these guys hits, so slash roll 1d8. 4. Go and roll 3d20. Well, okay, so 2 of those hit. And on the bottom, none of them hit. Okay, slash roll 2d8. Come on, roll 20. Alright, so it's 4 damage to this guy.
And I'm
And
not sure if you.
yeah, the final 3 are running away from Scully.
But
The ship crew, I imagine, gets a attack of opportunity attacks on all of them.
I
Yeah.
would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yep,
And
all
attack
3 of
all
those
them.
hit. Let's roll 3d8. So one of them is dead.
Ooh.
One of them kills trying to flee from Scully. and the crew member only manages to get like glancing hits off on the other two. Cestus Seabreeze, it is your go.
Okay. Ability severe. Okay, actually, that guy could possibly use healing. So I'm gonna go over to here.
Okay.
Where this one soldier that got really messed up is, and put my hands on him. All right, I'm here to help.
Alright, which one of them are you healing?
I cast cure. Yeah, I'm casting the one with the big. That's at about half health.
Oh, the one that has 100 health but's at 52. Okay. And how much are you healing him for?
I am healing him for. It's 1d8 plus 7. Yeah. Okay, I'm healing him for 8.
8. Okay. And anything else on your turn?
I'll move, get to right there, and then get to right over here.
Okay.
And that's going to be my turn.
Alright. Midori, your go.
Alright, sadly those guys already died, or I was gonna do something else.
Okay. Well, there's still quite a few enemies left to
Yes,
kill.
I can't get close enough. Stop. Where was 30? I'm gonna move right there.
Okay. Don't forget Finn.
And I was gonna have Finn try to spray this one in the eye with some ink.
Okay. Roll for that.
Okay, one more. Right. I forgot something. Okay.
That'll hit. I guess roll for
So
damage.
he's, no, it's more of a tactical use.
Okay.
Instead of hurting, just more like rolls at a disadvantage on.
Alright. Well, it gets in its eyes. It can't see. It definitely wants to try and retaliate by like scratching your face off, but it can't figure out where the hell you are. So it moves towards the engine, starts clawing at that until it causes an explosion. That is going to deal 20 damage to the NPCs in the vicinity. So these two undead are dead as they get blown up by the explosion. And this ship crewman is going to take 20 damage.
Not what I wanted to happen, but
Knock, and
But all they can do was run away.
yeah, I know that's what you wanted it to do, but it wanted to hurt you for you like burning its eyes. It thought it was heading towards you, started clawing at the engine, and then boom.
Good
It
job.
is now clear
Got
to
to.
everyone, regardless of your knowledge of ships, that this engine is going to give out. And soon.
Alright. Good job, Finn. You took out 2 of them. Now it's my turn. I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Beast.
Alright.
Blast.
I'm gonna say if you... can you hit the one that's the furthest away from you?
Yeah, I can hit. It's a 120.
Yeah. If you attack that one, I can say that your blast goes through all
it
of
goes
them.
through all of them.
Yeah. You only do normal damage, so you probably won't kill any of them, but it'll be a nice way of damaging quite a few of them.
Alright, 20. Sadly not. And then damage will be... 10.
10. Okay. So you've gotten these guys all very low. The one closest to you is now at 2. And I believe that is it for your turn.
Yes, Medora's acting like it's a game between Finn and like, you win this round, Finn.
Dimitri abandoning his giant great axe. He realizes if he pulls that out, it might cause the engine to blow up. He is going to move in front of Midori, pull out his rifle, and shoots at the group of undead there. I think his bonus for his rifle is +7. 19, that'll hit. So, arrow, it's 23 damage. And the bullet carries through and kills all 3 of these. And Dimitri will look at Finn and be like, I win this round. Little squid boy.
Finn's like,
There go the guys I was trying to kill.
He's gonna try to high five the guy.
Okay.
Finn.
Dimitri high fives Finn. Glad that you can,
because I lost so badly.
yeah, glad that you can lose with dignity, Finn. Let's see, there is still quite a few left. Why don't you see if you can beat me, Finn? Alright,
He blows a bubble.
Gravedigger, Scully, it is your go.
I translate and Finn says challenge accepted.
Alright, challenge accepted, little squid.
I am going to throw a javelin.
Finn says, I'm an octopus, thank you. As I translate.
Alright, fine, octopus. Does he want, would Finn like his own rifle?
I don't think Finn will be able to operate it that well, but...
We could get him a custom rifle. Would Finn like a rifle?
Finn, would you like a rifle? He says yes.
Alright, I'll have engineers work on that as soon as we get back on the ground. Out of character, I'm going to say Finn is definitely going to be getting a rifle now. Like a custom...
The focus right now on making sure that we,
live long enough, yeah.
When we hit the ground.
Yeah. Well, I just find it funny that the squid, sorry. The octopus, sorry.
First time.
Yeah, the octopus is going to be getting a custom rifle for it to use.
No, that was in character.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
I said that. I think we want to first make sure that we can get that we're still alive when we get on the ground.
Yeah. Something to look forward to. I like the image of a octopus wielding a rifle. And out of character, I know it's just like a musket that Finn would get, but I'm just imagining like Finn with like an AK-47 or something, and just being like the most dangerous member of the party.
Yep.
All right,
Listen, he just
sorry.
do
Yeah.
undead apparently.
Yeah,
That's
he
pretty
just took out
dangerous.
2 people. Alright, Scully, sorry for the, derailing. What are you doing on your turn?
That's okay. Roll20 is not behaving for me, so it was a welcome distraction while I got that back up.
Okay.
So
Alright, I see where you are. Are you gonna try and, like, make a ranged attack on those 3 undead?
yeah, I'm gonna throw a javelin at.
Alright, I'll say it'll go through. Since I've kind of established that for the cannon fodder undead. That won't always be the case, though. It's just because these, enemies are literally meant as cannon fodder. Alright, roll to hit. That'll hit. Roll for damage.
Yep.
Oof, 11 damage. Okay. Oh, I think that kills one of them, actually.
Almost kills one of them.
One of them's at...
1 more damage
Oh.
than it would have.
I'm gonna say that kills him, because DM. I control everything. That's close enough. And I think I've kind of made it, like, a standing rule that if it's, like, 1 HP or so away, that I'll let it die. And that scales up depending on its max HP. But like if it's something that's at like 200 something and you get it down to like 5 in one go, I'm just gonna say it's dead. But for the most part, if it's down to 1, I'll probably just say it's dead. Alright, is that it for your turn, Scully?
Yep, that is it for my turn.
Alright. Is now the Kazimir captain that is going to use all 3 of its attacks to hit the engine. Yeah, all 3 of those will hit. And that is going to deal 40 damage to the engine. It deals massive damage to the engine. And it starts to... the engine basically sputters and stops for a few moments.
Oh dear gods.
Before, it's very clearly struggling to keep going now. And you can feel the ship rapidly descending. And you can hear through a magical stone, one of the crew is communicating with Dimitri. Sir, we're on the deck, sir. The boarders are trying to take out our sails. Trying to make sure we go down faster, sir. How's the engine faring? We're getting killed up here. And you can hear the sound of crossbows being fired, and then some choking, and then the voice goes dead on the communicator. And Dimitri's like, all right, well, we need to stop them from destroying this engine, otherwise we're like all dying here today. So let's get going. Come on, let's go. Cat,
Hold on.
Tabby, kill them, please. It is your go.
Okay, but question: What does it cause an explosion?
No, it does not actually cause an explosion. The engine has lost like basically all of its power. It is basically using what little power it has left now to slow your rapid descent to the ground.
Okay, I'm actually going to go right here. But actually, quick question though: if I shoot my bow and try to hit this guy, will it happen, or is the engine too big to do that?
Who are you trying to shoot?
This guy right here.
Can you
He's behind the engine.
behind the engine? The engine's too big. You can hit like the undead here.
Okay.
Like in that line.
Okay.
But I don't think you could hit. Actually, I think you could hit this guy down here, but not the second one up.
Okay, so.
But you would have to move down. You would have to move down to about like here, though,
I changed my
to get a
mind
clear
and
shot.
I'm actually going to go up here.
Okay.
And
you're gonna
shoot.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot those two. Try to finish them off.
Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay.
Just don't roll a 1.
Hold on. Just need to make sure something I'm doing correctly. Archery says I have a plus bonus to attack rolls.
Okay.
Does it go on this?
What?
Goes on this?
Bonus to what now?
A +2. Does so. I have my dexterity is basically +5 plus my proficiency plus my archery feat.
Okay.
Would that be added or just attack?
Nick Jr. is saying yes, so I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so add all that.
Okay. 11.
And you rolled a 2. That was very close.
Yep.
Whew.
That's like the second 2. Alright, and roll for damage.
Okay. It could be. Hold on. Yeah.
Come on, roll high. Roll high. Roll high. 13. That deals double their HP. They're both dead. Your arrow hits the first one in the head, and it hits it with such force that its head flies off with the arrow still in it. And the arrow hits the second one, and it also decapitates that one. And like about right here is where the two heads land with the arrow like pinning them to the ground. And both of these undead slump down dead on the ground.
How do you like them apples? And I go to but before that I actually look at Scarlet. Go see the situation outside, and then go see the situation outside, and then come back.
All right, Scarlet, your owl, right?
Red-tailed hawk.
Okay, your red-tailed hawk. I think it's using the stats of an owl. I think that's why I was confused. So your red-tailed hawk goes outside, and it will report to you next round. And Varus? Varus, your go. One of these days, I will get it right.
No, you didn't. You guys didn't leave me much to work with here. The only spell I have that can reach it was another firebolt.
Alright. Just roll the hit. Just don't roll a 1.
Well, don't jinx me.
Alright, yeah, that'll hit. And I'll basically say that it'll hit all 6 of them.
All 6 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all kind of clustered together. So, Enjoy my generosity. It will not last.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, they did? Huh.
What?
Joshua just sent me that there is a bugs do have a stat block. I'm looking that up.
Oh, okay.
I sent you a link to the stat block, I believe.
Yeah, you did.
Is there anything else you're gonna do, Varys?
I'm gonna try to move my
Did I get it right this time?
Varys.
Yeah, Varys.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to move my as close as I can get my sword.
Okay.
Can only move 20 feet at a time.
All right. And has it moved already, or are you moving it now?
I already moved it.
Okay. Then it is Mugo's turn.
It was actually my turn.
Oh.
The order is out.
Okay. Let me fix that real quick. Descending. It is now Artie's turn. Sorry.
If I were to attempt to make temporary repairs to the engine, what throw would I use?
Is there anything else that you have that's associated with repairing stuff, or like summoning your like cannons or whatever?
I know the mending cantrip, which I don't know if I do very much, but I know it.
All right. What's your
and I
highest
also
stat? What is your highest bonus?
My highest bonus is my intelligence saving throw.
And what is that?
6. But I can add.
Is that with or without proficiency?
That is with proficiency, but if I wanted to add a.
All right. So I tell you what. Make a roll. Add 6 and your proficiency. Is what I'm going to say to make repairs on this.
Well, I needed to add my proficiency anything because I was going to use my Tinker tools to assist, so that would be automatically adding your proficiency anyway.
Okay.
So that'd be plus 8. So
let's just say plus 10. DM's privilege.
Plus 10?
Yeah, plus 10.
So I'm going to start off by moving to the actual engine itself.
Okay.
I'm going to say I move to here.
Okay.
That thing's on my shoulder still. And slash roll d20 plus 10. Alright. What does the 14 do to the engine?
You're able to repair parts of it. It is still definitely gonna go. But you're able to like stop the steam from coming out on your side, which seems to redirect it towards the undead on the other side. And everyone on that side is going to take 14 damage as they are hit with this massive burst of steam, which kills that one, kills that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
Wow.
I'm going to say it gets that one too. And that one.
I was about to kill most of them in my.
Yeah, you basically repair that side of the engine. It starts leaking steam from the other side and kills most of the undead.
And does it damage the Drider?
Yes. It actually is going to deal 28 to the Drider, as there's a particularly hot jet of steam that shoots out the massive hole that it carved into the engine. So that Drider is taking double damage because it opened a massive hole right in front of it.
I was able to perform temporary repairs on the engine. However, this engine is not going to hold. I suggest evacuation.
Well, we can't evacuate now. We need to stop them from outright destroying it. We need to keep this engine up as long as possible to better our chances of survival when this thing crashes.
Our biggest threat is the Drider, and Tabby says this with pretty much pure hatred.
We need to take the Drider down and take down the summoners so they can't get more corpses in.
All right, Mugo is
what-
going to
was-
dash, so she is going to
that-
go
wait,
about
wait,
there.
wait,
Oh, sorry.
wait. Was that? I'm guessing that counts as an action. Me attempting to repair the engine.
Yeah.
All right. And my cannon. I'm going to keep the cannon on my shoulder for now. So, yeah.
Okay.
My turn ends.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
All right, yeah. So then you're done with that. Mugo moves there. It is now the ship crew. They are also going to dash to basically join with Mugo. This one's going to dash up there. This one will maintain position to make sure it's got support. This one is going to like suicide charge the Drider to try and save the engine. The undead is going to get a opportunity attack on him.
But he hasn't left the threatened area of the undead.
Well, it's going to make an attack anyway. The undead gets an @1, so it's the engine. It like hits a. Actually, let's roll for this. It hits a very vulnerable spot. The engine on that, like the whole like corner of that engine just explodes. And it will kill that undead and that soldier. But the Drider just barely manages to duck out of the way. So the number of ship crew dead is now at 2. So Bob and Billy are dead. Those are their names now. Bob and
Billy. No, not Billy too.
No, Bob
My
and
favorites.
Billy.
Alright, these guys are gonna basically move out there. They are going to switch out their hand crossbows for the rifles that is similar to like what Dimitri has. And 4d20. Okay, 2 of those will hit. One of them explodes in their face and damages the engine. The other one misfires and hits the engine. So those will be resolved after I resolve the hits. Alright, that's 49 damage. So they focused fire on the lower one. John, yeah, I'm gonna say John. John is now dead.
John!
Yep.
No!
He was the best of us.
Yep. John was murdered in a hail of gunfire, and they use a bonus action to summon some more cannon fodder for themselves.
By the way, what happens with the engine? Does it?
Oh, yeah. They summon the undead after the engine blows. So, let's see. They hit twice. So, roll 2d20. Alright, so about 14 damage for all of them. Actually, no. Let's roll that again. That is going to be 32 damage. Oh, well, their last dying action is to summon some more undead to keep you busy as a like massive jet of flaming steam shoots out and engulfs them all in flames. And
Does it damage?
no, the undead are undamaged by it, but the Drow crew are now reduced to naught but ash.
Oh man, Tabby actually kind of looks is actually smirking at this. Wow.
And your sword is gonna get a opportunity attack on all 4 of these. I'm gonna say, Varus. So Varus. All right.
Opportunity.
Yep, 4 opportunity attacks.
Oh, okay.
They're all running past it as they charge this surviving crew member.
So that's one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do something else real quick. Maybe it'll be faster.
Okay.
Okay, I think they all hit, right?
Yeah, they all hit.
Okay. That is-
Yeah, with your modifier, as long as you don't roll a 1, they automatically hit.
Yeah, now I gotta see what damage it does. Okay. Okay, so that'll be 4d8 plus 4. So 1d8 plus 4 for each of them.
Okay.
So it's 7, 12, 10, and 9 damage.
Alright. So minus 7, minus 12, minus 10, and then minus 9. Alright, so you've managed to hurt them a lot.
Okay.
These ones, now that their masters are dead, seem to go in a massive, like, berserker rage. And are going to attack this guy twice each. And they're actually going to have a modifier this time. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically like 6 of those hit. Roll 12d8. This poor guy is now dead. Paul. This guy is Paul. Paul is now basically eaten alive by these undead.
Oh no!
And you can see the undead just like still feasting on bits of him, as it is now Cestus's turn.
Alright. I'm going to move to right here. So along the way, I'm going to heal. Not do that. I'll go to right here, and along the way, I'll take a moment to heal the trooper with 35 HP left.
Okay, how much? 35, you said? Okay.
The one that has 35.
Okay. And how much are you healing him for? 7, okay.
It's going to be 7 plus, plus 3 more, so healing him for 10.
Okay, there we go. He's at 45 now. Anything else?
Now stay alive, my friend.
Okay, and before it is Midori's turn, the captain is going to take a legendary action. He is going to move up here, and his body seems to collapse, and he's like starts convulsing.
Oh no.
And as his body convulses,
Spider baby.
from the his corpse come 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 undead zombies. But the Drider is now dead, as his body has basically become these undead.
Would these undead consider to be drow related or just undead?
They're just undead.
Okay.
Alright, Midori, it is now your go.
Alright, so I go to him and say, you don't happen to have any way I can go and over there faster, do you?
I have a few teleportation stones left on me.
You don't
Maybe want to
mind if I
save
could
those in
have
case we
one,
need
can you?
to
Here,
teleport
take
down to the ground.
here, take. Well, it doesn't have enough range for that, unfortunately. Here, take the teleportation stone. It's not exactly as stable as the ones that Woodburn had on him, but it should get you over there. As long as you aim it far enough away from the engine, you won't teleport in the middle of it and die a horrible fiery death. So just try to aim it about like 10 or so feet away from the engine.
Yeah, I just need right about here.
Alright. Give me a d20 roll. Actually, give me two.
Any modifiers?
Give me 2 flat d20 rolls. 25, and where did you want to go?
Give me a second.
You wanted to go right there?
Right there.
Alright, with 25, you are actually going to end up right there, where my cursor is.
Okay, fair enough. Just hold that there.
Yep.
Just...
You
Right.
basically, like, over-teleport.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're a bit closer
Cast
to these
Shatter.
guys. At least you didn't end up inside the engine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Shatter, which has a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Roll for. Do you have to roll to hit, or do they have to roll
No,
to?
it needs. They have to roll.
All right. So there's 16 of them, I
Give me a second,
believe.
give me a
So
second.
roll 16. What save is it? Dex.
It's a Constitution save of
Oh
13.
fuck. No. No. One of them does.
Wow.
One of them does. The one that does is going to be this one over here. As I struggle to mark him. The one with the green.
Okay. He takes half damage.
Alright, and how much damage do you deal?
Give me a second. 3d8.
Alright, come on, roll high.
So he takes half.
Roll high.
So that one takes half. Give me a second.
Yep.
Wait, what spell is this?
Shatter.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Come on.
Continue away from the engine, otherwise would have shattered the engine.
It's
fine.
it's far enough away. It's hitting all of them. Yeah.
Luckily, it's far enough away that it doesn't shatter the engine.
Come on, roll high. Give me a second.
Come on, roll high.
19.
19. I'm gonna say it basically kills all of them but the one. Because it brings them all down to 1, and my like little house rule is if they're 1 HP, they're basically dead.
I'd like to.
One would have taken just 10.
Yeah, you do that while
I win this round, bud.
Oh. Well, your master just beat both of us, Finn. Don't worry, I'll get you that rifle. You know what? Just so I make sure that you win next time, I'm gonna make sure it's a repeating rifle, so you can fire even faster.
Do you think as a bone, how much HP does this have?
10.
Yeah, so just got the one up there
Yeah,
and the
10.
4 down there.
The one there has 10. What are you suggesting?
Finn doesn't do enough damage with his tentacles, sadly.
How much damage can he do?
I mean, regular octopus damage, it says, I think, yeah, just 1d1 bludgeoning.
Oh.
Regular octopus, so.
Let's make it a d4, and if he rolls a 4, I'll say that it dies.
Alright, so,
And I'll say it auto hits, so just roll a d4 for me, please.
well, I have to get, Finn closer somehow. Do you think I could, like,
You throw Finn.
Suck him?
Yeah, throw Finn.
Eat the squid.
Eat the squid.
Eat it.
Yeah.
Eat
Ready
it.
for this?
Eat it.
It nods.
Yeah.
You go!
Alright, roll.
Attaches to his face and beats him.
Alright. Roll a d20 and then roll a d4 for me, please.
Darn, I wish it was a crit.
Alright, and then d4.
Come on, 4.
Alright,
Ooh.
yep,
Yeah!
it is dead. So basically, you basically like kill it on impact. It's still kind of like struggling a bit, but Finn slowly just starts like whapping him with his tentacles until it's finally all dead.
Way to
Good
go.
job, Finn.
Way to go, Finn. Woo!
I'll count that one as a tag team wipe.
Alright,
Happy
Dimitri is going to like basically fix a bayonet to his gun, like hold it like a javelin, and he is going to throw it at these 3 undead in the line here.
Oh, I forgot about those 3.
1d20.
There's 4 of them,
There's
isn't
4
there?
of them.
Yeah, there's 4, but he's only going to be able to hit 3 of them.
Yep.
That hits. And 1d8 plus 10, I believe, is strength modifier. So he basically, it hits all of them in the head, and their heads, kind of like fly past the sword and lands like right there. And there's just like these 3 heads, on his, bayonet for his rifle.
Gabby looks in jealousy because of that, because I did the same thing, but with only 2
Yeah.
heads.
I just one up you, Tabby.
I'll get my chance.
Yeah, you will.
Hey, at least I beat all of you in healing.
Are you the only one who can heal, though?
I can heal,
Okay.
actually.
I can heal, and so can my cannon.
Okay. Okay.
Healing cannon.
Yeah, that's my
I
response too, is healing cannon.
I can literally shoot people with health. Yeah, I can basically, well, I say kills people. It gives you temporary hit points.
Alright, well, Scully, it is your go. Dimitri is going to try and throw you a teleportation stone, so you can teleport if you want to.
Well, let's see how that.
Yeah, let's see how well his throw goes. Alright, he gets it to you, and you catch it. Where would you like to teleport to?
Dang it.
How far away can I teleport?
Anywhere on the map. Recommend at least like 10 feet away from the engine, though.
Okay.
You still have your movement after it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go right.
Alright, and roll 2d20 for me, please. 6, so you end up, let's see, so you wanted to be here, right? Or was it?
Yep.
Okay, you basically,
Over here.
you teleport right next to the undead. Is where it, spits you out.
Hello.
The, undead looks at you in surprise. And is just like, this is its only reaction.
Nothing personal, kid.
Another 2. Then I thwack it with my flail.
You do what?
I thwack it with the flail.
Okay, roll for damage.
It's going to die. Exactly.
Come on, roll high. Roll high.
The suspense is killing me.
Roll high. Come on.
But
Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
You know what?
What?
The flail glows. The flail lights up radiant energy as I smash it in the face.
Okay. It's dead.
And
Its head basically explodes upon impact. And you are now covered in undead gore.
I must admit, I'm not overly fond of undead. So, are we gonna crash and die now, or?
The engine should last long enough for us to reach the ground. Especially if Artie keeps
Okay.
preparing it. Everyone form up on me. Let's regroup.
I will keep preparing the engine.
Alright, everyone form up on me. Let's regroup.
Mm.
See who's not dead.
I'm gonna attempt to shake his hand. Like, well played game, sir. Sort of helped me win that last
It's
bit.
like it's our group. It's
Yeah,
our group.
I guess.
and
But next
and
time,
we-
it'll be me or Finn that wins. Just you wait and see.
Why am I over here? I thought I was fixing the engine.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Alright, you're over there fixing the engine. Yeah, I'll move you right.
Ken's still on my shoulder for at least the next.
Alright, you're repairing.
The next hour.
Hold on a
At
second.
least until it disassembles itself.
Okay. And does Scarlet come back?
Sorry, I had to talk to my mom for a second. What was that?
Scarlet.
Oh, Scarlet reports that most of the crew on the upper deck are dead, and that the battle is slowly turning against them. But the boarders seem to be preparing to leave.
I basically tell them all about that.
Well, that's not a good sign. I don't think Dread Pirate Kazimir would leave if he didn't get what he wants. Maybe Woodburn scared him off or something?
Or maybe the
Maybe
film
caught
did.
Woodburn.
Well, I don't know. I prefer to go with the idea that maybe, just maybe, Woodburn scared him off. And at that, the wall
No,
below
Woodburn is on the
explodes. Like a massive hole forms in the southern wall. And through it run in what looks like this like 8-foot tall, very muscular half drow, flanked by 2 driders and some of his crew. And he looks at all of you and then just raises a finger, and out of this finger he shoots out this massive beam of energy right at the engine. And with that, the engine finally gives out. And you can now feel the ship rock under your feet as you are rapidly heading towards the ground. You fly up like 10 feet in the air as the engine stops. And it takes you a few moments to finally fall back to the ground. By the time you do, Kazimir is gone. His captains have left, and only the crew remain to finish you off. And they form up in a firing line. About right.
This engine has lost. Engine has lost all power. It is no longer functional.
Yes, I can see that, Artie. We've got company, Artie. Why don't you stop fiddling with the broken engine and help us?
Now. Artie, finish what you were saying. Don't pay no attention to Dimitri. He's just a little grumpy.
In observation.
The engine's down. We're all gonna die. I think I have valid reason to be a bit cranky.
Yeah,
Never said you didn't.
I'm with Dimitri
I
here.
just said
And
that
let
you're a
point
little
player.
grumpy.
Player.
Now, Odie, you were saying.
I was saying that without a valid engine, the velocity of impact has increased drastically. Evasion of the airship is highly recommended.
Yes, there are some escape pods or escape ships. I know where they are. Let's kill these guys, and I'll take you to them.
Let's get to killing then.
All right. Let's see. It is Tabby's go.
Okay, so these are Drow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just they're my favorite enemy.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Basically, I have advantage in tracking these enemies.
Oh.
Plus damage against them.
Okay. It's not like something OP like what Trillet gets against Stormtroopers, is it?
Yep, he's basically the Trillet of Drow. Maybe not as overpowered.
Yeah.
But still, okay.
I mean, although it sounds like he gets this as a constant instead of like Trillet's like once.
Okay. I want
As
to
long-
attack this guy. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Which, once I hit him, I get another 1d6. But tell me, what favorite enemy do I get a +2 attack or just a damage roll?
Both. I'm gonna say both.
I'll get a
Yeah.
11 to attack.
Yeah, and add that to damage as well. I'm gonna say make this a bit more OP.
Okay. I have a 15.
All right. Roll for damage.
Okay.
That's just enough to hit him.
Let's just need to make sure okay, it'd be a +9.
Add whatever your modifier. Add 11 to whatever your modifier is. Make this a bit more OP.
To attack?
Yeah. Add that 11 to your attack as well.
Okay. Another 15, and I'm rolling 1d6 again.
Okay. And
A
add
20.
an 11 to that again. So that would be 20. That'd be 17 plus 15. What is that? 32, right?
I believe so.
Alright, you deal 32 damage to this guy as you shoot an arrow through his eye. He starts screaming. He starts like wandering off that way. Starts firing Eldritch Blast indiscriminately. And let's see here. He has 7 allies, so minus 5. Okay, he hits. I'm gonna say 2 of them with Eldritch Blast.
And one of them is a natural 20.
Yep. Roll 2d10. So 11 to this one. And then...
Which one? We can't see health bars.
Oh. The one on the left. And then... 2 to the second one to the left. And he screams out in pain as he collapses to the floor, and his body starts to split apart. And from his body comes 2 of the undead crew. His body basically splits in half and forms 2 of those.
And I actually, let me check it. I'd like to speak to Undercommon and say, how next in Undercommon.
They will respond in Undercommon, "You're next. Our master demands it." Varys?
Okay.
I got it right, right?
Varys?
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
I'm going to put a cloud of daggers right here.
Okay, and what's the range on that?
See, it should fit, or it should make it. Yeah, it's 60 feet.
60. Okay, how large is the radius?
It'll get the 3 right there.
Okay.
These 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 5 feet from the
Yeah,
point.
so it's basically what I have there. So yeah, those 3.
Yeah. And it's 4d4.
Okay, roll for damage. Alright, 10 to each of them. Alright, so they kind of scream in pain as they are being stabbed by a cloud of daggers. Artie, it is your go.
Alright, so I am going to. Alright, so I stop preparing the airship and with a frustrated sigh, I say, okay, let's get into this. With that, I run down to here.
Okay.
Let me
Right
move my
there.
character.
Okay.
My Eldritch Cannon hops off of my shoulder.
Okay.
One second. Moves to here and shoots out a gust of flame.
Okay.
So these three Drow need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. So slash roll 1d20 plus. Oh. Alright, 3. So one of them nat 20. So one of them succeeds.
One succeeds. Alright. So can those guys make slash all the Drow take 5 damage with the exception of whoever succeeded, who takes 3.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's the middle one. Minus 3. Then minus 5. Alright.
And that's my bonus action, but as I toss down my Eldritch Cannon, I draw my crossbow.
Okay.
Aiming into the flames. The Drow sees for one moment just a burst of flame, and once it clears, this one notices a bolt being hurled straight at him.
Okay. Roll the hit and then roll for damage.
Alright, does a 14 hit?
No, it does not. But I'm gonna
So
say
it's
it hits
just
the guy
dark-
next to him. I'm feeling
Which one
generous
next to him?
today. It hits the guy to his left. He sees it coming
Right.
for him and it hits the guy to his left in the shoulder.
He takes 5 damage as well.
Okay.
And that will be my turn's end.
Okay. It is now Mugo's go. She will basically like run all the way over there. And she is going to take out 2 bombs and throw them at the group of them. And
More bombs?
these are the last ones I have.
We really need to talk later, Captain, about proper weapons to use on ships.
Let's see, it has plus 10. Yeah, both of those hit. So
like, I could have set someone on fire a couple of minutes ago, but I chose not to because
she's going to use an ability to reroll. So she does 18 damage to all these guys.
Oh wait, what material is the ship made of?
This room is made out of like steel.
Steel. Alright, that isn't. Alright.
So
We should be able to use. As long as we don't hit the. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter if the engine's dead.
alright. And basically this will hit all of them. Oof. Oh no. Uh-oh.
What?
Just a rule that I have for these guys. So, as the smoke clears from the bomb, the three in the middle, they start to like convulse and their bodies start to break apart. As in their place come some undead.
Okay, this is just getting gross, guys.
Just so you know, they're entering my cloud of daggers for the first time, so they take damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I did it. Okay, so roll for damage. Okay, so 9 to all of them.
Yep.
They basically burst forth from the corpses of these drow, and then they immediately start getting stabbed by the cloud of daggers surrounding them. Well, I guess technically they are the corpses of the drow. They basically like split in two and like grew another set of limbs. Alright, it is now the ship's crew go. They're gonna basically like form up by Mugo and kind of like form a like firing line with rifles. Since standard issue for anyone in the Brule military is one of their muskets. And they're gonna fire at the first row of undead.
I like how they just have Artie in the middle of it.
Well, they kind of
will I need to
aim
dodge
around.
or anything?
What?
Will I need to dodge or anything?
No,
Or
they
just shooting,
fire
like,
over
right
your
at me?
head. They basically take out the first row of these undead.
They do not go through to the other side?
No. Unfortunately not. These undead seem better at eating up damage for their comrades. They're better cannon fodder. It is now the crew's go. They're gonna move up a bit. And they are actually gonna throw bombs at the crewmen and Artie, basically. And Mugo, I guess, are all caught in the crossfire of this. So, 40, 20.
I think it's the AoE on it.
Oof.
Like 10.
That one.
Yeah. One of them explodes. It explodes in his hand. I'll resolve that later. And they. Does a 15 hit you, Artie?
A 15 doesn't hit.
Alright, so then it will. Basically, Mugo and the crew members are the only ones who are going to get hitier then. So, slash roll.
Well, it's. Would that be armor class, or would that be me making a save?
It's just
No,
armor
not
class. Like, you get hit by some shrapnel, but it bounces off your armor.
Alright.
Okay, so they deal 22 damage to these guys, but one of them has a mishap because he got a nat 1. So he manages to accidentally like trigger a bomb, an additional bomb on his belt. And 22 damage to all of these guys. So minus 22. Minus 22. And minus 22. And minus 22. And they are going to do a bonus action to do an action I'd like to call like quick draw. And they're going to fire like some like pistols at the group. They're specifically aiming at the crew members. And one of it explodes in their face. The other two will hit. Okay, well, I'll remove the 2 since that's not technically hitting. Ringo in the middle. He gets hit with all these pistol shots that seem to miraculously miss Artie, and he is just covered in bullet wounds and collapses to the ground. Another crew member is dead. Let's see, so 2 bombs blew up and a gun blew up in their face. Okay, so / roll 3d20. Alright, so this Drow here is dead. It just explodes. There's nothing left of his corpse, so no,
And it doesn't affect the other guy from the shrapnels?
and the guy next to him is dead, but there's enough of him left that he is able to produce 1 undead. Like, his body is so mangled that he only produces 1, where the other ones produce 2.
Okay, and the gun that explodes.
Yeah, that was from the bombs and the gun exploding was all that damage.
Oh.
Because the one guy took 34, because the bombs and his gun. And the other guy only was affected by the bombs, so he only took 23. So that was just enough to kill him, so he produced 1 undead. Alright, do these guys take more damage from your dagger thingy? Varus?
What is it?
Varus, whatever your name is.
Varus?
Do they take more
Yes.
damage from your daggers?
Okay.
Since it's their turn, I imagine.
Yeah,
So
that's the start of their turn.
roll 14. They're all dead. Those poor undead didn't even get a chance to attack you guys.
Good.
The 3 remaining though, these 2 are gonna like charge at Mugo because they can't quite reach you. Well, I guess none of them can reach you. Well, I guess they can attack you diagonally, which is this one is gonna do. Seeing you kill some of its brethren, this one gets very angry and charges at you. It misses terribly. I'm gonna say with how terribly it missed, you can make a retaliation strike on him.
Okay, I will use my sword. Yes.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought that was damage.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh, okay, he's dead, but
Oh, no,
no, yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Alright, roll for damage. Alright, yeah, you
Yep.
hit him. He is now like half dead. And let's see, it was still their turn. They are hitting Mugo twice. They both hit Mugo, unfortunately. And I'm just gonna make one roll real quick to see if this happens. Yes, it does. Well, Mugo lied. She had another bomb on her. This one triggered it. Artie, make a dex save for me, please. Actually, Artie, Scully, and Varus. Please make Varus. Please make dex saves for me.
Dex saves. Oof.
That doesn't work at all.
Alright. Nope.
Hold on. I'm going to use my favorite by the gods.
Okay.
So I get an extra 2d4. Will an extra 2d4 help me?
Yes,
Does-
that'll help you. I'll say that with that, that'll probably make you succeed. Yeah, that you just
Yeah.
barely succeed with that. So you
Alright.
kind of get blown back to the other end of the group. Artie, you get blown up against the engine. Scully, you with a nat 1, you get blown all the way to like the other end of the room. Scully, you are also now unconscious.
Oh, 1 second. My cannon does not succeed.
Okay, yeah, your cannon hits the engine and is destroyed. Basically. So Artie, Varys, both of you take 20 damage.
20 damage.
Yep, and Scully, you took 40, so you're unconscious. And basically, this crew member,
I am below half health. I need to make. I am below
this
half health.
soldier named Tart is killed. But the
So I
undead, all the undead are killed in this explosion, though.
I took 20 damage on a success.
Yes, you took 20 damage on a success.
I am down to 2 health, guys.
I am below half health, which means I need to make a quick Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not like Scully, who got blown across the room and is unconscious currently.
11, so I failed that saving throw. Can everyone make a perception check, please, if you want to?
Okay.
Perception check?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. There is 3 friendly NPCs still alive of the like 7 or so that were here originally, or 9 here that were originally.
I got 15.
19.
Hold on.
Dimitri got a 20.
18.
Mugo has like a piece of shrapnel in her head right now, so she has no idea what's going on.
Alright.
The surviving like crew member who's closest to you has a good idea of what's going. Oh wait! He would have been caught in the blast radius. So actually, no, he's dead too. So
Did he make his, wait, actually, did he make his save though?
no, I'm gonna say no. So Gar is dead. If he made his save, he's basically dead anyway.
So everyone made above a 10, looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so from where the explosion took place, you look over at Artie and you notice that his skin seems to be ripped. However, under that skin does not appear to be flesh and bone.
What appears under it, Mr. Artie?
Not flesh and bone. For people that scored, let's say, above a 15 or higher, you notice that under that skin appears to be metal.
Oh, let me roll for
Hmm.
2.
Warforged.
And if it's possible, say,
My God.
Watch.
Are we out of combat? Or
Yeah, you're out of combat. You're out of combat.
What about these 2 guys?
Oh wait, there's 2 guys still left. Oh.
Yeah.
There's 2 guys left, and then the Drider.
They saw the explosion and they took that as an opportunity to just like run away, because they don't want to be here when this thing crashes. So we're out of combat.
I quickly cast mending on my suit, and it's as if nothing happened.
Well, Dimitri just kind of mutters under his breath, "I knew it. I knew it."
I rush over to Scully and quickly cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. And say,
I'm up.
Dragon dude, when you're done healing him, can I get some of that?
hang on.
1 second. I've only got.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
You heal 15.
All right, Tabby is healing Varys.
it set this. I got it set this, and I will use cure wounds also.
Okay, roll to heal Varus. Varus.
88.
I think I said both there. The first time I got it right. And the second time I got it wrong.
Heal up for 7.
Alright.
Okay, that's a little better.
And it's like, you're a warforged? And it's like,
A warforged? I don't know what you're talking about. I am obviously a
and-
human, as you can see.
and
What's your
Just-
max health, Scully?
Chappie just looks at him, and then in silence, and then his eyes sparkle. So cool.
And the ground.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
we're all alive minus the crew that were in here.
Oh, that's too bad. I like those fellas.
We appear to all be alive and human.
Well, I am.
I
pleased
think
to hear
I
that.
think we all know that you're not human.
And I'm not human.
Yeah.
Very. Most of us
No,
are
I'm not really human either.
Yeah, I think,
I'm
like,
really
technically,
fine.
the majority of the party isn't human.
Scully throws an arm over Artie's shoulder and goes, guys, cut it out. If Artie says he's human. Now,
I didn't
about
say I wasn't.
heading
Make a,
towards
hey,
the
I said I
ground,
wasn't.
make a, can you make, Audie, not Audie, you said your hand's on my shoulder?
Yep.
Make a you can make a perception check. If you want, you can make a perception check.
Alright.
A 20. Fuck.
I love
You
that
realize-
reaction.
As you touch the skin, you realize it feels weird, and you know that this is not human skin. This is, in fact, some sort of disguise.
Got a nice firm back there.
Uh,
Now,
let's get up to the deck and try to get some of these the escape crafts and get out of here while we still have a chance.
yeah, come on. The escape craft are on the main deck. We need to go up there. Sounds like I got a report from one of my men on the deck. We've suffered about somewhere between 75 and 90% casualties of the ship's crew from this attack. We need to get...
Artie, do you take any damage? By
What?
the way? Artie, what's your health look like?
I am at half health.
Okay, how many hit points are you?
I need 24 hit points to be up to full.
Okay, well you have 20.
I get 20 back?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Alright. Alright, if we're all done making sure everyone's not dead, I got a call from one of my men up top. The enemy has fled. We've lost about 90% of the crew. Those that are left are securing the escape craft. Dread Pirate Kazimir, incapacitated. Woodburn took the fingers, and some of the crew have escorted Woodburn to one of the escape craft. He's in a very bad way.
All right, let's just get out of here while we still have a chance. Let's go, people. Let's go, people. Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Let's stay alive.
We're going.
All right, let's go. And the ship, as you guys start running to the main deck, the ship seems to start falling faster. You can hear a massive, crack. Like a loud cracking sound. And then the ship starts to fall faster. And then Dimitri starts yelling at everyone to run. That's one of the sails! We lost one of the sails! We need to go! We're, falling twice as fast now! Move! Move! We only have, a minute left!
I am booking it as fast as my skinny legs can go.
You guys, get to the main deck, and he's like, go! 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 And, across the deck, you can see, hundreds of corpses littering the main deck. You have to, almost, wade through them to, not trip over them. And at the other end of the deck, trying to escape, is Dread Pirate Kazimir. And Dimitri, upon seeing him, he just like seems to turn red, and
Dimitri, no, we
he
need to
charged,
get out of here.
not listening to anyone. He charges at Kazimir with his rifle in hand, bayonet fixed, and he charges at him, stabs him with the bayonet, but he does so with such speed, both him and Kazimir fall off the side of the ship and plummet to the ground. A very like wounded and like 1 foot in the grave Woodburn kind of like sits up in one of the escape ships, and he's like, Dimitri's been through worse. Get aboard. We need to get off now. There's enough room for you guys in this escape ship. Let's go. Everyone else is already off the ship. Let's go.
I'm running immediately.
Let's go. And at that, Woodburn like falls unconscious as he yells at you guys to get going. And the ship crew that's aboard this ship like help you aboard. And as soon as the last of you get aboard, they trigger the release, and the ship, you guys are detached from the main ship, and you start falling to the ground considerably slower than the main ship. You can see the main ship like fall almost like a meteor to the ground, and in the distance you see a massive explosion as it hits the ground. And you guys begin gliding to the ground. Several wounded crew, along with Woodburn, who's almost dead, sit in the ship with you.
I try to patch up Woodburn.
Yeah, there's a few like medics who are also trying to fix up the crew that are in here. I guess you guys weren't able to save the engine, were you? It says a crew member who's like missing an arm and has like bandages covering half of his face.
Some half Drow blasted their way into the engine room and then blasted the engine apart with a single blast.
Well, that must have been Dread Pirate Kazimir. I'm surprised he let this many people live. He might be coming back. Oh my god. He's gonna come back. He's gonna kill us all. Well, not all of us. He'll spare one of us, but he's gonna come back and he's gonna kill us.
Hey,
Calm down.
Hey.
Calm down.
The likelihood
we can still get away. We can still find some place to hide, rest, recover. We can still make it.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Another soldier speaks up. Yeah, another soldier speaks up, and he's like, "Yeah, we're good. We made it. That's a lot. That's a lot more than we can say for the majority of the men aboard that ship. We lost a lot of good men today, but I think I saw Dimitri take Kazimir out over the side, stabbing him up pretty good. I think maybe he finished off Kazimir for us. Maybe we don't have to worry about him. At the very
I doubt that. But...
Yeah. Well, at the very least, it'll take him a while to recover from falling the several thousand feet.
A fall from that height is likely to result in major. I think he is, as many people say, out for the count.
Yes, for a while at least. Although he is the son of one of the people who hold one of the stones of Lilith from like 100 years ago. You know the story behind those things? They like give the wielder like basically the power of a god, and basically that's passed down to all their children.
I was unaware.
Yeah, so basically there's these stones that give.
I think we're all aware, but apparently some of us are not.
Yeah. Basically, there's these god stones. The wearer gets almost godlike power, and they pass it on to their children. One of the people who possesses one of these stones is named Kaz, who's the father of Kazimir,
and who's also the leader of the Confederacy.
Tin is the leader of the Confederacy. Kaz is the leader of the organization.
Oh. Never mind. Forget I said anything. I thought. But either way, Tabby is actually very deep in thought over.
Yeah. Well, Kaz has quite a few children, and they've, well, a few of them have tended to cause quite a few problems. Not as much as Kazimir, but I mean, when you have people with godlike powers among mere mortals, that tends to cause issues.
Very. Yeah.
And I mean, now all of them are getting old enough to where they might be producing their own children. Heaven help us. And at least to our knowledge, we don't know if it passes down continuously down generations or it lessens over the years.
Probably lessons.
Hopefully.
That's how god bloodlines tend to work.
Yeah.
I asked the crew member about something. Does Kazimir known to destroy engines, or is this the first time he's done this?
Usually he kills all the crew but one person. Make sure they live. Destroys most of the ship. He's destroyed engines a few times, yes, but usually only as a last resort. He usually just gets the ship to have like a controlled crash. But I guess we were too much for him, and he decided to take out the engine. Hope that we all died in the crash.
Or if he planned that, or he wanted this to, and he wanted no survivors this time.
That could be. I mean, he was after the fingers, after all. But listen. From what I've heard from some of the other people who made it out, sounds like he already had one. That means he has 3 now. Can you imagine?
He now has both your hand.
Well, he has 3 total.
So,
but that means there's still 2 fingers in the palm.
So wait.
Well, there's 2 fingers in the palm. Woodburn said that the palm, our report said, was in the Confederacy somewhere. The one of the fingers, his location is unknown, as the people who went to acquire it went missing, and have stopped reporting in. And the last finger.
Didn't you say there was a bunch of criminals that was going to go get the finger?
Yes.
Go get the finger.
But listen, the other finger, that's in the rebel province in Barul. The people who call themselves the true Barulians, true sons and daughters of Barul, what have you. It's basically in their territory, which will require some amount of stealth, and basically that's the one that for sure Barul cannot not get on its own. Although one in the Confederacy kind of poses its own issues, because going into a foreign country to basically steal a magical artifact of immense power tends to sour relations. Just a bit. Just a wee bit.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'm just going to say the relations between those two countries have been soured a lot recently. Madeline knows what I'm talking about, since she played Tin, so she has to tell me how Tin reacts to all the stuff that's happening. You guys will figure out what happened in the next 2 sessions, but for now, you've been through a lot, and you don't really have any communication with the world at large, so you don't know what's happened. You just know that... Would
my character know?
Varys?
Since he's from noble birth, would he have any political insight?
He'd know that, Brul's, basically, like, Brul's policy is that, at least one person of the Regency council has to not attend social gatherings when they do stuff like this. So you know that power has just gone to some person who really should never hold this much power. So it's probably fallen to some inept noble or general, is what Varys would know. You wouldn't know anyone by name. You just know that it's someone who's probably has great delusions of grandeur and wants to make a name for themselves.
Woodburn?
Not Woodburn.
I know, it's just joking.
Woodburn is unconscious and almost dead by you. And he has made no mention of being in command of the Brilliant Empire as of yet. So it is.
I know,
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, Woodburn would not have been as demanding in his demands.
So let's see.
What type of crewmates does Kazimir have?
Oh, shit. His crew is mostly Drow and undead from the stories. And I should point out, his Drow crew, their eyes glowed a sickly green when you saw them. They seemed almost possessed.
Sickly green eyes. That's sickly green eyes. Do they usually have green eyes? Sickly green from the stories?
Yes, they do. I mean, he's had that finger for a while, at least from the stories. That's what originally started this quest in Woodburn. He decided that if someone like Kazimir could get their hands on these things, someone even more dangerous potentially could get their hands on these, and we need to stop that. Kazimir is dangerous enough with one of these. Now he has 3. This is the exact reason why this quest was started, was to try and prevent this. Now, with 3 of them, Kazimir is in a unique position to have a chance of collecting all 5, becoming immensely more powerful than he already is, and opening the vault and becoming rich beyond our wildest imagination, and basically be able to buy the entire continent, or basically pay everyone off so he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Doesn't he already kind of do whatever the heck he wants?
Well, I mean, now he could do it legally.
It's still not legal. It's called bribery.
Yeah, it's bribery. I mean, he could pay anyone enough to look the other way. Or pay anyone enough to kill the people who don't look the other way. You know.
Still illegal, but yeah.
Yeah. The legality is questionable, but yeah.
Not really. It's definitely illegal.
I mean, if you get away with it, it's legal.
Still illegal.
Yeah.
Technically, he's still getting away with it.
Yeah, I mean, he is
without
getting
money.
away with it now, but I mean, now, if he got the money, he could cause even more trouble than he does. So then he could actually, hire more crew, probably hire armies of mercenaries. He could probably conquer the whole continent. Or just, raid and pillage the entire continent and leave naught but ash and death.
Yeah, he won't do that.
What makes you say that?
He's a pirate. There's nothing to pirate if you kill everything. If you
It's true.
cower everyone into submission, there's no fun in pirating.
So you kill
Unless
most
you
of us and
pirate-
leave enough of us left to keep the wheels of trade going, so he can raid what little trade is left.
But if he's going in and he's making a point of killing all the survivors of one, he's making a point of encouraging everyone he attacks to maximum resistance. If you show an overwhelming show of force and show that resistance is completely impossible, no one will resist anymore except a few fanatical people. And that takes all the fun out of being a pirate. So he won't
Makes
just go
sense.
around flaunting all his power.
Hmm.
There's limited flaunting of power, unless he has an ulterior motive for being a pirate, and pirate is just the best way he can think of to get to his ulterior motive.
I mean,
Then he'll pursue that.
I heard that he wants to kill he wants to kill Tin, the leader of the Confederacy.
And
Just because Tin is Kaz's wife, and he blames Tin for Kaz not spending as much time with his mother. You know, something like that. So,
Completely illogical.
yeah, I mean, I didn't say it's logical. I'm just saying, like, that's how he sees the world. And he'd probably use his money and wealth to kill Tin. Or at least try to, which would destabilize, like, a quarter of the continent. Not to mention it would throw the organization... Not to mention, like, a power vacuum in the Confederacy might affect the organization, which will affect the rest of the continent.
which would,
Well, I'm not
which
saying it won't be
honestly
bad.
would be impossible, actually, because from the stories that I've heard about Queen Tin,
Yeah.
is that she's extremely hard to kill.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Very good at killing, though.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Tin is extremely well at killing.
Isn't she one of the legendary heroes?
Yes, she is one of the legendary heroes, one of the few that are still alive today.
Most
Like
of
I
us
said-
are still
like I
alive.
said before,
Well, I mean, like, two of them are gods. One, Nick Jr., what happened to Ignis?
He became a dragon.
Okay, he became a dragon. I mean, so depending on your point of view, he's either... I mean, he's alive, but you could make the argument that Ignis, the Dragonborn, is dead. So those three are out. Xylon is probably getting old and on his deathbed because he's giving away his immortality.
I'm pretty sure he'd already be dead by then.
Yeah.
Which
He's
is
either
just
dead or, like, on his deathbed. I'm gonna say on his deathbed, so then maybe he can show up. Because,
Okay.
I mean, Tin will probably show up eventually, too. So.
Okay.
And, yeah, Tin's still alive, because she doesn't give up her immortality, and she's still ruling the Confederacy. And...
I don't know why she'd give up her immortality. I know Xylon did because
Yeah.
his family was, but Ten's family is immortal.
Yeah.
There's no real reason to give it up.
Yeah, I guess Xylon didn't want to, like, watch his friends or stuff die or something like that. I don't know.
Family die.
Yeah, family die. They would have been immortal too, though, to begin with.
Your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would pass on your, like, immortality to them. But the power would lessen as generations go on. So I think what you're doing, you're ensuring that whoever is the current ruler will always have the same power you do. It's just that they have to give up their immortality. Is how I imagine it going. So they're all like this extremely powerful being, but it's tradition for them to give up that power once their children are old enough.
Where are we?
What?
Where are we?
Well, the ship was originally heading to Davenport, so you're somewhere in the Confederacy.
Oof.
Which, you are now in a boat full of Berulian soldiers in the middle of the Confederacy, and... Yeah.
Why was a Russian ship in the Confederacy?
They were heading to, like, Davenport, because one of the fingers that they know the location of is in the Confederacy. They had, like, cleared all this with Tin, that they were gonna have, like, a little scavenger hunt in the Confederacy. They paid her a lot to allow this to happen.
She'd still have them highly supervised.
Yeah, she was gonna send people to supervise them when they landed, and she had a few organization spies, or some spies. Sorry, she had some spies loyal to her on the ship. Most of whom are dead now, though.
So
Are any
we
still
hit
alive?
ground.
Let me just make one thing real quick. Yes, and one of them's on the ship with you, on your little escape ship.
So we
Right.
hit the ground, head to the capital, and meet up with the queen there and explain what happened.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we will kind of need some help with this. Because on a ship, we can't really
Well, hopefully the
move.
ship didn't hit anything important and doesn't cause a diplomatic incident with the Confederacy. That would suck.
That's when we find out it hit Wintergrove.
it hit Wintergrove. Wait, did Chin rebuild that at all, or like what happened?
Yes, it got rebuilt.
It got rebuilt. Is it a wine grove again?
Yes, but it's run by changelings.
Oh, son, Tin probably wouldn't like.
Well, at least I think she kind of forgive an honest accident, because I mean it was technically her son-in-law
Yeah.
that caused it.
Technically, Azul lived there too.
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah,
it
so
hits
like-
there, hold on a second. No, it does not hit Wintergrove. It lands next to Wintergrove and becomes a tourist attraction for Wintergrove.
Didn't you say it blew up?
There was an explosion, yes, but there's still some like wreckage. So what's little is left of it is a tourist attraction, which is being used to recoup the losses from it, like destroying one of the wine fields. Thankfully, no. Hold on a second. 13 people were killed on the ground from the crash, who were harvesting the wine when it came down.
Would we actually know where exactly we are, or?
You're since it hit Wintergrove, you're by Wintergrove.
No, but would we know that?
No.
But
You would see in the distance like wine groves as you land. So you know that you're by a wine-growing city, the most famous of which in the Confederacy is Wintergrove. So logic dictates that you're probably by Wintergrove.
We're probably by Wintergrove right now. So it should takes a couple of days to reach Davenport.
Yeah. I mean, didn't this place get destroyed like 100 years ago by the legendary heroes or something like that?
I heard it got rebuilt.
It did, actually. I actually been here before when I've been traveling over the continent.
One of the older soldiers speaks up and is like, "Yeah, it's been rebuilt." And then he like starts drinking like some Wintergrove wine that he produced from somewhere in his jacket.
I don't think. Oh, it must have been old because Confederacy would definitely not be trading with the rule right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Confederacy is not trading with the rule right now, but it was trading with the rule before you guys left. So he would have had this.
So older wine.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, well, since we're all still alive, you guys want a glass or a sip? This is original Wintergrove brew. This is from before it was destroyed. This is the good stuff.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't drink.
I will definitely take a glass.
I actually only drink rum.
You only drink rum?
I'm good.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, remember the rum from the last campaign?
Oh, because the Tabaxi all had rum. And Nikus got super drunk off the rum.
Yep.
And they had like fermented fruit in it, so he got high too.
We gotta
Yep.
One of the other soldiers produces some rum for you. Basically, everyone is now like sharing alcohol with anyone who's still alive on this ship. Everyone. By the time you guys touch down, everyone who's drinking is thoroughly drunk.
I said only a glass.
Yeah. Unless you're like trying not to. Unless you're trying not to. I mean, anyone who's not trying actively to not get drunk is now drunk.
I mean, there is
And
still
I'm just having some water.
Everyone is a bit tipsy now, though, just from the smell of all the alcohol.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
Slowly, climbs out of the ship. Well, we should get going as soon as possible. It's going to take us a while. What was my wooden leg slowing us down?
Well, you guys look up, and it's about night, and soldiers are like, we should probably just make camp here and go on in the morning. Let's get a fire started and try and get like a tent up or something.
Yeah, we can either camp here or see if we can get some refuge in town.
Setting up tents hard.
Yes. Alright. So the party and the soldiers start getting a camp set up. And by the time it is thoroughly night and it's dark, you guys have a fire set up. You have a tent that's like maybe like 30 by 30 feet. This large ass tent for all of you set up around the escape ship. The fire is in a fire pit on the escape ship, and you're basically all safe and sheltered in the escape ship.
And play some music to try and bring everybody's spirits up. And
the soldiers.
Actually, notice that it's certain, and for anybody that cares to notice, that from the last time you saw it, it was a violin, but this time it's now a guitar.
Well, the soldiers distribute like half of the rations that are on the ship, and then they're like, one of them says like, well, we are about a day's walk from the town, but it's standard procedure to save at least half, just in case like we don't make it in one day, or for emergencies, you know.
Yeah, it might be hard with the wooden legs.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yes.
He now has a board strapped to both legs.
That's unfortunate, man. How'd that happen?
Well, I lost this one to a shark that had wings and breathed fire.
I've heard of
And I
those.
lost this one to...
Never. Okay.
This got caught
I've lived with the
in
sea.
something.
I've hunted sharks. I've never encountered a shark that has wings and breathes fire.
Well, man, you haven't
shark.
lived.
You ever been to the Forbidden Sea, mate?
But a shark that has wings and breathes fire. That sounds like a dragon shark, right?
Yes, exactly.
Something of that nature, yes.
Yeah, my cousin got killed by one of those. You're lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. This other one, well, I got it caught in something, and I got a little hasty trying to get it out.
Another soldier.
A note, something to remember is never take a great axe to a rock when your leg is wet. You just don't do it. Particularly when you're standing next to a barrel of black powder.
Oh.
That's the story that you said before.
What are you talking about? This is the first time we've met. I'm Scully Mac Gravedigger, by the way.
We met earlier today.
Guys, I think Cetus is losing it.
I saved you back in the engine room.
Hey man, calm down. It's all right. You just had a rough
Yeah, sir, I think you took a bit of a hit to the head. Why don't you just lie down?
I didn't hit at all.
Hello, Scully.
The guy like slaps you upside the head. He's like, "Now you did. Now please take a nap.
Oh.
Please take a nap. Just nap, and then you'll remember that you only just met this person now, and you can get on with your life."
You might have met one of the other crew members. We all sort of look alike. I think it's the mustache.
It's fair. It is a nice mustache.
Thank you. Most people just see the mustache and forget the rest of us.
That's fair.
And I just
Is Tabby over with us, or in another part, or currently in another part of the area? Tabby in the group right now, or in another part of the area?
I am nervously clutching my crossbow and looking into the horizon. Looking as if I'm looking for something.
Oh, you don't? No. Yeah, I'm okay. Why do you? Yeah, I'm okay. Why do you ask?
Just it's been a day.
Yeah,
you can say that again.
It has. One of the soldiers says, "Yeah, it has," and you can see like he has an arm missing, a leg missing. His other leg is broken. His other arm's broken. He's got a cast around his face. He's in a bad way. The only person who looks worse than him is Woodburn. Woodburn basically looks like a mummy at this point, as his entire body is covered in bandages.
Don't worry. There should be some heat. There should be some better healers in town.
Hopefully.
I mean, with there being such a large wine grove, I'm sure they have a druid or two that probably knows regeneration.
Maybe they can grow back our limbs.
That's what regeneration does. It helps you regrow your limbs.
Yeah, I should put on like half the soldiers that are with you on this ship are like half of them are missing a limb or two.
I hope they have enough druids with enough spell slots.
Also, in one of the corners there is a dead soldier who's missing a head.
Why did we bring that one?
He was on and then he got his head blown off. We just didn't bother to leave him on the ship.
We should probably bury him.
I think we should probably like wait until we get back to Barul so we return to his family.
Or, the rotting meat might attract animals.
Okay, we'll put him in the freezer. How's that?
Okay, fair enough.
What freezer?
There's a magical freezer in here. And he opens the secret compartment in the ship. He's like, it's right here. It's powered by frost magic. And he opens it, and it starts snowing around it.
Secret compartments. This is gonna be like another Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like a Star Wars campaign with the 20 secret toilets.
Has 20 secret freezers.
Why is this on an escape ship? Why would you need a freezer on an escape ship?
It's to keep, for food.
I heard you hit your head. You feeling all right?
I mean,
My name's Dr.
I think if you're questioning anything, you should question the fact that this thing has about 20 secret, alcohol containers.
I think I'll be the judge of that.
That sounds completely
I
normal.
think that makes more sense than considering the usual passengers. Honestly, kind of makes more sense than the secret freezer.
Yeah, this escape ship has 100 bottles of rum, 200 bottles of wine, 10 casks of beer, and about 2 days rations for about 50 troops.
Hey, I want to
There must be some serious bag of holding magic on this thing.
Yes.
Honestly, the hidden freezer is not the weirdest thing that I have seen.
Yeah, all the food's kept in a bag of holding, so that's how all of it's.
Hey, I need you to follow this light with your eyes, Mr. Dragon. Mr. Not Dragonborn, half dragon.
I'm Seabreeze.
I'm the ship doctor. We haven't met yet. I just got here just like a couple
Mr. Sea Doctor, what's your name?
Oh, my name's I'm Dr. Gravedigger.
Ah, I see.
Um,
Very popular name.
he has all of his limbs. He also has what looks to be a wig on his head.
Nice.
What kind of wig?
Thank you.
What kind of? Is it like one of those like fancy like British wigs that's all white and like powdery?
A pompadour.
Yeah. What kind of?
Only it's slightly ajar, like it's one of those. It's like an old fancy white powdery wig. Only it's slightly ajar, like he put it on.
Hold on, quick question.
It's actually on backwards.
Where did you get your hair styled? It's wonderful.
Oh, it just kind of grows in like that. I'm the only one who grows hair up here. All of them grow the mustache, but for some reason my hair grows white up here. It's very odd. I've never been able to figure it out. Medical mystery. Could you follow the light, sir?
Out of character question. How are you showing the light?
It's glowing off of his sword, off of his flail.
Okay, I'm just need to roll something real quick. It's actually supposed to be really funny with that, actually.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, cat.
Well, sure, roll for 1d20.
Rob.
Do a wisdom.
Yeah, do wisdom, but have like a -10 modifier because you're a cat.
So
A -7.
Yeah, you start playing with this light and you're batting at it.
I need you to back up. I need
You
you
were
to back up.
starting
young
to
man.
actually notice Tabby actually looking at the light. Eyes look pretty big, and then just ready and just put like on a pouncing, puts like on
A pouncing stance.
and dance, and then pounces onto the light.
on his face.
Yep.
Yep.
I need you to back up, son. I'll get you in a minute. Just follow the light with your eyes, Mr. Dragonborn. I need you. Hey,
Off my face, please.
I need you to make sure you
I
don't
just
have a
keep trying to get the lights like a little cat.
Okay, sorry to do this. I'm gonna have to conk him over the head. Then I'm gonna have to check him for a concussion too, unless somebody helps me restrain him.
I approach the tent where things are going on. What is going on?
I'm trying to check these people for concussions, but I might have to knock him out, and then I'm gonna have to check him for a concussion too. It's all a bit of a mess. This is the most uncooperative patient I've ever had.
Some of the
He's a half dragon and not a self-respecting dragonborn.
Yeah. So, two of the soldiers kind of like pull Tabby off of Cestus and the light. Tabby is still like trying to claw at it, but they managed to pull him off so you can like finish up.
And I just keep mewing right into the light.
Thanks.
I
Like against the crew members. Thanks.
Are you shining light with your weapon?
Indeed, I am.
That seems dangerous.
Yes, it does. But
Do you have any trinkets or anything that you wouldn't mind augment?
Well, I have this hook. I don't really use it, but I have it. I'm not really sure why, but I have it. Oh wait, I know what I have
this.
I have a and it's one of the spoons from the dinner. I have this spoon.
What are we needing trinkets for?
May I see the spoon, please?
Yes, you may. But I like that.
Alright, so I take the spoon and I seem to focus onto the spoon, kind of while like moving my hands around it. The spoon suddenly starts shining bright light.
Tabby starts looking at that too.
This
The crew are like visibly struggling to hold Tabby down.
This is out of character right now. If you want me to stop, just put away the light, like the little lights.
This spoon has been tinkered with. It now shines bright light.
Perfect. Follow the spoon with your eyes.
Would you like to have the spoon back, sir?
Yes, I would.
Here's the spoon, sir.
Thank you. I like this one. He's polite.
Artie's so
Follow the
helpful.
spoon with your eyes,
Okay.
dragon. Half dragon man.
I'm nothing. I kind of just been distracted by being pounced on by a full-grown taxi to follow the light.
Yeah.
I just smacked you on your snout with the spoon. Follow the spoon with your eyes.
Also, party,
I'm a medical professional. You will do what I say.
party.
Just
when
do
you
what the
have
man says.
Party, when you have a moment,
Fine.
I wish to. Party, when you have a moment, I wish to discuss something with you in private.
Yeah, okay, you don't have a concussion. And then I put the spoon back in a bag that jingles like it's full of, like it has several sets of silverware.
So there's no more light. There's no like little light
Yeah,
anymore.
there's no light.
Okay, and mid purring, Tabby stops and starts to grow wide with horror of what he's just. Oh no! I did it again! God.
Is this gonna be a regular thing?
Yes. It's gonna be every time that everybody do like a little light magic or what they did. I'm going to do that or try or -10 wisdom.
Should it be -10 or -10 plus your wisdom
Oh
modifier?
yeah, -10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh wait, then I possibly would have done a little bit. No, I wouldn't actually, because my +10, it'd be a +3. So
That'd be -7. Yeah, it still would have been a negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, that's okay. And actually, because of now, you started to Scarlet is actually laughing right now, like chirping, but it also awfully sounds like laughter. It is not funny, Scarlet. Scarlet, I've been trying so hard. I did it again. And then,
It's fine. Just don't go pouncing on my face again.
it's like, and just Tabby just curls up into a ball. And completely embarrassed.
Yeah.
I got a moment.
Yeah, there's like a big rock like a few meters away from here. Like if you go behind that, you should have a lot of privacy. One of the crew members say to you, and then passes out, drunk.
You probably shouldn't drink so much after
Yeah.
heavy injury.
All of all the soldiers are either like passed out from their wounds or passed out drunk.
I really hope Kazimir doesn't come after us.
Yeah. Well, if they die happy.
They die in pain and drunk.
Yeah. But they die happy.
Well, now that I have determined that he does not have... Yes, I have time to speak to you, young man.
So is the party here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so now that we're finished. Hello, party. You guys appear to be trustworthy, or at least you are the only that are currently within my...
You're turning out really bad.
Yeah. We just got you're really trustworthy.
So, you guys appear to be the most trustworthy people that are within my vicinity. Therefore, I think it is appropriate that I share this message. I am not actually. I am in fact Warforged.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you trusted us enough to share this information.
Where are you talking to them? Where are you talking to them at?
Behind the rock in this place.
All right, you see a like what looks like a mummy like hobble towards you and just kind of say, "I knew it."
That brings me on to my second point.
Go back to sleep, Woodburn.
He has like a cane and he's like hobbling back to the escape ship.
Yeah, Woodburn, you should just go lie down, try to recover.
I am a medical
I've done my
professional.
best to patch you
Eh,
up as best as I can, but unfortunately, I only have so much magic.
I made a bet with Dimitri. I said that originally I bet like 500 gold pieces that Artie wasn't a Warforged. It's not old Dimitri like 500 gold pieces.
Yeah.
That
I would
brings me.
say,
I'll have to see if we can, you'll still be able to pay him that.
That brings me on to my second point. It is vital that this information not leave this group. That I am indeed a Warforged.
Silent as the grave, Woodburn says as he's hobbling back to the ship. Lord knows I'm already one step in it.
I used to work for a really bad master. I was able to escape the master, but only with the use of manslaughter.
fair.
I didn't hear that. Hear no evil, see no evil. Because he's still hobbling his way back. I'm still hobbling my way back!
I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him move.
Alright.
My master.
Tie you down.
Alright. With your help, he moves like 4 times as fast. And it takes you like a few moments to get him back in bed and resting. And you quickly
All right.
rejoin the party.
My master, as I was saying, my master has many eyes and many resources, and it is likely that he is going to attempt to return me. Whether or not he returns me in my current state or in a more inactive one is not to my knowledge, but is likely that he is already looking for me. For that reason, I think it is paramount that as little information about me is to leave this group as possible. Can that be understood?
I can keep a secret.
I know my captain.
Yeah. Trust me, I can keep a secret.
Can I
Yes.
tell Captain Scully McGravedigger? Because, I mean, you'll probably be working with him most of the time. And not me, the medical professional, Dr. Gravedigger.
I will allow it.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, Artie.
Also, if you're looking for resources on multiple personality disorder, I might be able to find some sort of solution somewhere in my databanks.
Fortunately, none of the crew suffer from that particular disorder, but I thank you for the offer.
I see.
And
Oh,
also,
so
I'm pretty
that...
sure you have to have different like identities for each altar, and they all go by the same name.
Well, you see, that's another common misconception. You see, all of the crew's name is pronounced very, very similarly, but it's not the same. I'm Dr. Mac Gravedigger. Mac is my middle name. Not to be confused with Scully Mac Gravedigger, whose last name is Mac Gravedigger. You see what I'm saying?
I was actually saying that people who do have multiple personality disorder tend to have different names for their altars. You just kind of proved his point a little more with that.
Yes, I am aware.
All right.
But Dr. Mac Gravedigger, Dr. Gravedigger is not.
Okay.
Okay. That makes actually. And
Yeah,
Captain-
that actually makes so much sense.
Yes, I understand.
I'm happy to know that I'm not going insane.
Oh,
That
I see. He suffers from multiple personality disorder. That's why he keeps thinking he met me. That makes sense. Yeah, I will take that information. Now that any information you have that I can use to help treat this poor.
Okay, I might have spoke too
Half
soon
dragon.
about going insane.
Any information you can give me to help me treat this poor, unfortunate half dragon? I bet he has delusions of grandeur too. Do you think you're the son of some deity?
Oh, nope. What do you think that?
Uh,
Nothing about being a
I thought
son of a
it was
deity.
you mentioning it.
uh,
Who's your father?
Oh, yeah, my father is a dragon named Alexander.
Okay, yeah, he has delusions of grandeur. He thinks his dad's a dragon.
Oh, my dad literally is a dragon.
Of course he is. Of course he is. It's best not to question him. You'll get a violent.
Hey, Artie, we might need those resources, but not right now. Not right now, okay?
I shall attempt to locate such resources, but you see, he pauses for a moment. I will attempt to locate such resources.
What's the butt for?
Nothing. I simply had a lapse in logic. It happens from time to time.
And I just say to Doctor, well, he isn't Doctor McGravedigger. Well, he is not a dragonborn because one, dragonborns do not have tails. So, and wait, do you have wings or just a tail?
He do know. The DM, do you want to give me wings?
no.
No, I don't have wings.
But you do have a tail.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
have-
make the mistake of having someone who can fly again.
Well,
Go on.
Okay. And
get later.
Oh shit.
That's
Fine,
fine.
you can have
I
wings
can-
then.
well,
If we have another party member who can fly, we might as well. You have wings. You have wings
Okay.
now.
I've got wings.
Okay, and so
But it uses up a lot of energy, so you can only use them to fly once a day. I'm gonna say. How's that? For
Okay.
balancing.
I've got wings, but they mostly help me when I swim.
okay, so
That's fair.
and you realize that dragonborns do not have wings nor tail. Ergo, he's actually half dragon.
Or a mutant.
To tell me more about biology. Massive, arrogant, narcissist complex. Seems like all of these people are insane.
What about me?
To
Also,
assume that you know everything, wouldn't that be narcissism?
listen, Mr. What is your name? I never got it.
Sea breeze.
Mr. Seabreeze, that's weird. Listen, Mr. Seabreeze, I have been treating Dragonborn for years. I have seen all sorts of Dragonborn that people say they don't need this hair. People say I shouldn't be able to grow this mustache or this hair, but I do. Therefore, it's quite entirely possible for you to grow a tail and wings, which
No, it isn't.
kind of seem like stupid additions compared to a mustache, but hey, each is.
I say, no, it isn't. Trust me, I would know about dragonborn.
Guys, we shouldn't argue with each other.
Because you are a Dragonborn?
I've been basically raised by them.
Yeah, he is one, and he's a doctor.
But I am a doctor.
And you're a
One of the
And I'm
soldiers stumbles out of the ship half drunk, and he's like, "Are you guys gonna shut up? You're like waking everybody up."
What are you doing out of bed? That is it! And Scully storms back to bed, picks him up, storms back to the ship, picks him up, and ties him to the bed.
This is a random soldier.
You tied to the
That
bed?
was a random soldier, not
Yes,
Woodburn.
I am aware. Now all of you are gonna stay in bed or I'll tie you all down.
Like the few soldiers who are still awake to see this, like, kind of huddle together in fear, and they are passing like a bottle of rum around each other, hoping that they drink themselves to sleep.
Hey, doctor, they're
You're going to get better, or I will beat the health back into you.
Doctor,
Yes.
they're drinking.
I'm gonna say that's okay in this circumstance.
Fair enough. Just making sure. I didn't know if that was bad for your health.
It
Okay.
is under most circumstances, but they're using it as a painkiller, so it's okay.
All right.
And
They
okay.
better not be using it to deal with trauma, because that is not okay.
What if it's pain? What if it's pain-induced trauma? No.
As long as you're still in pain, it's okay. But if you're not in pain anymore, then we need to schedule a visit with the other doctor. Not this doctor, the other doctor.
One of them like stabs themselves, so they're still in pain, and then just like guzzles an entire bottle of the stuff, and then passes out.
Yeah, I'm penciling you in for Thursday.
They're so hungry now, sir.
I'm penciling you in for Thursday at 6 o'clock. Also, you're not. Give me your knife.
One of the other soldiers hands you the knife of that guy because he like totally passed out.
Yeah. Okay. Thursday at 7 o'clock. That guy and I need to talk.
All right, we got it. We got. And then that guy passes out too.
See.
Oh,
this
it's
is-
official. This
That's
is
healthy.
the most insane day of my life.
Just you wait. We got days to come.
Okay.
Oh, God.
As a draconic. Okay. I've known that I've been known to be a little mischievous, but I think this is enough for me, and I say this in draconic to Seabreeze. And say, hey,
I answer back, yeah. I think
And
you
then,
and I might be
the doctor
the only
said-
two sane ones at this party.
You know I speak Draconic, right?
One of the
say-
soldiers speaks up in Draconic and is like, "I speak Draconic too."
and I say into draconic, don't care, and I just go on to Ben and just also saying draconic, Bahamut preserve us, please.
Oh, the gods, please preserve us.
I shall also vest, and as I say that, I stand up straight and seem to go into an inert state.
As a character, you may want to. I'll let one of the party members tell you that. Never mind.
What's that?
I said I was going to say something, but I figured I should let the party tell you that.
Hey,
So basically, I
And that's
stand
not how humans rest.
he's already asleep.
I got this.
Yeah, Doctor, let's lay him down.
Gets up and pushes him over.
No, not like that.
There's a loud
As you-
clang as Artie hits the ground.
No, wait, stop. As you approach me, I suddenly snap into motion. Please do not touch me while I am resting. And if that, I snap right back into.
Artie, vertical,
Yes?
not horizontal, not vertical. Horizontal. That's how humans do it. That's how fleshies do it. Vertical. Not vertical, horizontal.
Understood. And if that, I lay down onto the ground and again seem to go into a state of in an inactive, motionless state.
That's better.
Should we get him a blanket so that at least we can cover him so it's obvious?
Nah, it's fine.
One of the soldiers like puts a blanket over him and starts like trying to tuck him in.
Don't do that one. Just the blanket.
Okay. He's clearly very drunk.
He said don't touch him.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go to bed and hope that this day was all just one big nightmare.
I'd call it a dream.
You turn around to see a very drunk soldier that has given himself like a mohawk. Just like say, "You wish," or like screams, "You wish," before collapsing asleep.
Doctor, that man apparently has a sharp device. He's giving himself a mohawk.
but he's not stabbing himself. I think giving himself a mohawk is a harmless, pleasurable pursuit. I'm going to allow it.
Yes. But
Although
he might.
he is drunk, so never mind. Yeah. No, we should take the sharp object. You know what? I'm just going to take everyone's sharp objects. I don't trust any of you except you and the quiet one, who has an octopus on his head, which is a little odd, but I don't judge.
Please do not touch my.
Stop.
If you touch my
Midori's
axe, there will be consequences.
Oh, you're fine. I trust you not to cut your own face off.
And you're not taking my dagger either. Hey, and you're not taking my dagger either, or else Scarlet
I
will.
pull out the spoon and throw it across the room.
Is it shining?
It's shiny.
Yeah, I pulled out the shiny spoon.
Roll
It is
with
permanently
-10
shining.
or -7.
It is permanently.
One minute. Before
Yes, it's an infused item. It has 5 feet of bright light and 5 feet of dim light extended from that.
and before merely you. Can I actually use Scarlet to make sure that I don't see it?
Sure.
Or
Roll. Give me a flat d20 roll to see if Scarlet does.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. 7?
No, Scarlet like tries to get your attention away from it, but manages to like point you in the direction of it instead.
No, I mean Scarlet like picks it
Oh.
up or something.
Scarlet picks it up, and you are now chasing Scarlet with the
Yes.
spoon.
That's it. And before I try to go lose it, which are most likely
You
going to, I think.
trip over one of the soldiers,
Oof.
and you kind of hit your head, and then you fall asleep.
Okay, that works actually.
I go over to Tabby and tuck him into bed, and then set up my bedroll next to his.
Midori's just like, oh, the show's over already, while he's just munching on something.
And actually, before that all happened, I kind of look at Scully Gravedigger and say, "I hate you."
Yeah.
And but
I'm a
not in,
medical professional. I'm used to it.
but I actually say that in Sylvan.
Oh, I understood it.
I hate it when. Sorry,
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I'm just gonna go and collect all the soldiers' sharp things and hide them
You are-
someplace where they can't hurt themselves.
Do you want my help? I have mage hand, so we don't actually have to, jostle them in their sleep as much.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right.
I would
You should get some sleep.
respectfully
It's not
request you allow me to keep my sharp things, as I have not consumed any alcohol. Woodburn says.
I don't think you're capable of hurting yourself right now.
Yes,
Are you
it
gonna
hurts
stay
to
in bed
exist
like
right
you
now.
did?
Like, just breathing is painful. So, yeah,
So you're
I
gonna-
don't think I'm capable. I used
Are you gonna
up
stay in bed
most of
like
my
you did,
energy
Casey?
just...
Well, you did walk over here.
Yeah, I used up all my energy to walk over to you, because I wanted to know if I owed Dimitri 500 gold.
Okay.
Because Dimitri is too angry to die, damn it. He's too angry to die. And then Woodburn just kind of passes out.
Whew.
I
You should
Begin
get some
this-
sleep. It's not healthy for young boys like yourself to be awake.
Who'd you say that to?
You.
Well, I appreciate the compliment about calling me young, so I will go to sleep now.
will sit on my bed and do prayers to my mother for guidance, protection, and for her to hopefully protect my sanity.
And this is out of character, but can you also tell your mother for my sanity too? Out of character.
Yes. I will also include Tabby in these prayers. Because I think Tabby will be one of the few things that helps me keep sane in this.
Yeah.
And I'll be also asking her, why? Why did you do this to me?
You're going to save the world, son.
How am I going to save the world if I go insane with these people?
Being insane is when you have the most fun.
Fair.
Anyway, anything else you guys want to do before we end the session?
Nah, Mallory's just gonna pat his belly and go to bed.
Gonna write a letter to my brother and tell him that the band I heard today was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, they did try to blow you up, so.
Yeah.
And shoot you and stab you.
And I'm gonna send a letter to my sister. It just says, fighting tip, don't throw bombs on a boat.
That's great.
Say the band was so bad it sunk a ship.
Yep.
Alright. Well, that's all you guys are going to do. I'm going to end the recording.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.